Have you ever felt like the world of work is just changing way too fast to keep up? Yeah, you are definitely not alone. Today, we're going to break down this massive shift that's happening with skills. What's driving it, what skills actually matter now, and, most importantly, how we can all adapt. So let's dive right in.
This quote right here, it's from a recent report by South Africa's retail authority, WRSETA for short, and it just nails the issue perfectly. It points to the two massive forces that are reshaping, well, pretty much every industry. Technology that's moving at lightning speed and customer demands that are always changing. These are the engines driving this whole skills revolution.
You know that feeling, right? It can be pretty overwhelming. You finally master a new tool, a new process, and suddenly, boom, the goalposts have moved again. This isn't just something in your head, it's a global economic reality that businesses and people everywhere are trying to navigate. And trust me, businesses are feeling this on a huge scale. Just think about it, training new people only to have them forget key processes, or support teams answering the exact same questions over and over and over. All that critical information gets buried in these dense documents. The old ways of sharing knowledge, they just aren't cutting it anymore.
So here's our game plan for this explainer. We're going to start with the widening skills gap. Then we'll look at how it's become a national challenge. After that, we'll define what a future-proof skill set even looks like, explore how to build it, and finally, bring it all home to what this means for your future.
First up, let's really unpack this core problem. What exactly is this skills gap we keep hearing about, and why does it feel like it's getting wider every single day? This number, it basically says it all. In that same retail study, a staggering 96% of people agreed that employees have to constantly upskill just to stay relevant. I mean, that's not a debate anymore, that's a consensus. The need for continuous learning is the new normal.
So the skills gap, in plain English, is just this. It's the mismatch between the skills that companies desperately need to grow and innovate, and the skills their people actually have right now. And as technology just keeps accelerating, that gap gets wider and wider, creating a huge challenge for everybody.
Now, this isn't just a problem for individual companies to solve. When that skills gap gets big enough, it totally transforms into a major strategic challenge, one that gets the full attention of entire governments.
And to get a sense of just how big this challenge is, you have to look at the starting point. This data from South Africa shows that for 30% of the workforce, their highest qualification is a grade 12 certificate. Now, this isn't a criticism. It just shows you the huge opportunity there is for more advanced training and upskilling.
So how does a nation even start to respond? Well, it takes a massive coordinated effort. This isn't just one department's job. It's an all-hands-on-deck strategy. We're talking about partnerships between the public and private sectors, funding infrastructure, and even rewriting school curricula to build a solid bridge between academic learning and practical vocational skills. Okay, we have defined the problem from top to bottom. Now let's pivot to the solution. What does this future-proof skill set actually look like? What should we be focusing on?
The modern way to think about skills isn't a straight line anymore. It's an ecosystem. As this chart shows so well, it's a continuous loop. It goes from basic education to highly specialized industry skills, and it's all constantly being refreshed by lifelong learning. It really is a journey, not a final destination.
So what skills power this ecosystem? They really fall into three core buckets. First, you've got analytical skills, like critical thinking and data analysis. Second, there are creative skills for innovation and true problem solving. And third, of course, technological skills. Everything from basic digital literacy to understanding big concepts like AI and big data. And hey, do not underestimate the importance of that data piece. Just look at this. The South African report found that over 80% of businesses see data management and analytics as absolutely essential for the future. This is not a niche skill for a few specialists anymore. It's becoming a core competency for everyone. All right, so we know the skills we need: analytical, creative, and technological. But the billion-dollar question is, how do we actually build a workforce that has them? Let's look at the game plan, from the very top all the way down.
It all has to start at the macro level. This is the big picture stuff. This is where governments set the stage. funding the right kind of infrastructure, fostering those public-private partnerships, and making sure the entire education system is actually geared for the future, not the past.
Next, you zoom into the meso, or industry level. This is where you see practical programs take shape, things like internships and skills centers. These act as the crucial bridge, translating that big national strategy into real action for businesses and for employees.
And that brings us right down to the micro level. What can a single team or a single company do right now, today? Well, one incredibly powerful tool is something called a video knowledge base. Basically, a central library of short, helpful videos for on-demand training and support.
And the process is actually super simple. You just identify those common questions that keep coming up, you create short, simple how-to videos to answer them, organize everything into easy-to-find categories, and then put it all in one searchable hub. It's a direct, practical solution to that problem of vital info getting lost in text.
And the difference is it's night and day. The old way meant digging through endless manuals or scattered files, or just waiting around for someone to help you. The new way empowers people with clear, on-demand answers, which helps them build skills and agility every single day. So we've gone from that 30,000-foot view of national strategy all the way down to a specific tool you can use. So let's close this out by focusing on what is truly the most important level of all. You.
This right here, this is the single most important takeaway from all of this. Lifelong learning isn't just a corporate buzzword anymore. It's a survival strategy for your career. The report puts it pretty bluntly. Having a static skill set is perilous in a world that's always changing. Your ability and your willingness to learn is your single most valuable asset.
So as we've seen, the strategies and the tools, they exist. They're out there at every level, from the national down to the individual. The path to adapt is there. So the final question, that's for you. What will you learn next? Thanks for watching.